competition is much stronger with Be a Grizzly. They currently need 7 more to go, whereas Giants only has 2, but the snail is moving much faster, so they're probably not even thinking about that. And that was a good queen dive right there from Blue.
Soldier's doing some really great. They're doing really great situational ledge guarding. They've managed to get up there, knock the berries out, and then head back down.
Yeah, they know that to focus on what they're doing, they need to be all over the map with both snail and the ledge guarding, and they're not devoting themselves to one single place, which is, I think, a smart strategy. And partly why they're able to advance so far. And very
astonishing a queen hasn't gotten killed yet.
Really, honestly, she's playing very risky. And that's also, I'm going to say, phenomenal. I'm going to say Hot Topic has done some very phenomenal snail pushing, because Hot Topic is very smart about when to run away from the snail and when to get back on it, which is not something, if you don't run snail very often, you don't have that intuition.
Yeah.
But right now they need to get the snail in there quickly. Blue only has 4 more berries left, and they're not going to be able to compete in berries.
And Gold has no military out, so it's
Gold,
very hard for
and they have no gates. I think this might be what kills them. Gold is trying to go back through, but Blue is chasing at every turn and just took another queen kill. Only 1 more life left on the Gold Queen. And she's, again, trying to take gates, but Blue is just trailing after her.
1 berry.
Blue is...
This is a really great ledge guarding by a worker.
Yeah.
Blue takes it.
Blue takes it. Be a Grizzly advances on to the winner's bracket.
Alright, Mediocre 64 on Gold, Stabby on Blue. Mediocre 64 on Gold, Stabby on Blue.
And I agree with PT28. The queen on Be a Grizzly was totally fantastic. And so, we're having a great night out here with some new players. And next we have Mediocre 64 versus Stabby. Mediocre has been a local team. Do we have sponsors? Oh, who's our sponsor?
Casper Mattresses.
Casper Mattresses. I can talk. Casper Mattresses apparently sponsoring us. Buy mattresses from them. They're cool. Who else is our sponsor? Lucky Strikes. Okay, Lucky Strikes. I don't know what they are, but go do whatever they want. Okay, back to the match. We have a really nice early econ lead from Mediocre, and they are pursuing that, but Blue has about the same warriors out now, and they're being pretty aggressive as well. We'll see how this turns out. Econ-wise, Blue is running the snail and getting chased away by Gold. So Mediocre is currently trying to push that econ, but there's a good ledge guard going on. Oh, no, we let stuff through.
The worker was super confused, but then they grabbed the snail and then they died.
Basically. There's a little bit of a worker bounce off going on. The ledge guarding is getting a little weak on Blue. They've let through about 3 berries now. So let's see. Blue is trying to make up for that by running the snail, and they're playing really risky. The queen has died both times now, already on her last life. They need gates to maintain this ledge guarding, and it's not holding up.
Blue has no sustainable strategy.
Yeah, no, Blue is all over this game. I can't really figure out what they're trying to do. And that was a good kill from Hot Topic on the queen.
When we get 200, is it?
Mediocre takes the first round.
More than 200.
Yeah, jump in.
Oh, so what is 500? We do
Oh, okay.
what I'm going to do is do it in the fall.
And we're welcoming back Charles
Hey,
Pratt.
it's me, Charles Pratt, I'm back. Yeah.
All right, so we're on the ninth.
I'm pretty sure one team is not going to win this one.
Get out of here, Charles Pratt. We need to concentrate on the game. So far,
Right.
it looks like both sides are going econ.
But some ledge guarding from the Gold Queen, which just mediocre. Why? How mediocre of you to guard with a queen?
Mediocre 64 is doing much better, surprising probably no one.
Yeah, no, they're now that the queen's not ledge guarding, they have 5 berries in the bucket.
It's worth noting, though, that Stabby controls every gate.
Yeah, that's not going to
And
do well for them.
Mediocre 64's queen just died.
Yes. And they're running the snail right now, quite effectively with 3 warriors on guard.
Yeah, it looks like Stabby switched over to
And
doing snail
Mediocre
instead.
is the queen of Mediocre is trying to get in there to stop things, but that's going to be really risky without any support from other warriors. And oh, she got out of there! Wow!
Whoa,
That was a
and wiped
beautiful-
Stabby from the board. It's bug juice
That was
everywhere.
2 berries left in gold and a very beautiful, risky. Oh!
But they're back on the snail.
They're back on the snail
Trying
and
to sacrifice themselves, but the snail rider is quick, jumps off in time.
the queening is getting a little volatile
Clear
for
it,
Mediocre.
clear it. Ah,
Yeah, they almost had it.
what is Blue doing?
Oh, wow, that was a beautiful
Blue
take
wins.
from Stabby. And
a
see, the thing
military
is that when you hover there for so long, he was hovering for over 10 seconds. You know that's gonna wear on your fingers.
That's
J-Map, J-Map,
Apparently,
J-Map, J-Map, J-Map.
okay. Apparently, according to our sources,
The third game.
80% beer versus a measly 20% beer.
It's worth noting here that Mediocre and Stabby both failed to correctly move the map over to day map. It's supposed to be day map. So I think nobody really knows what's happening right now. We're just gonna kill the queen maybe a couple times. Some people are still playing, some people aren't. This match actually counts triple. Every future game, it will affect them. And there we are.
and what a steam
Mediocre
crushing.
64 takes it in this game that's not real and doesn't count.
A decisive win for Mediocre.
A decisive win for Mediocre 64. Is this enough to take them to the championship?
I don't
Charles
know.
Pratt.
I don't know, Charles Pratt. We're not getting anywhere.
But we're back at the day map where we were supposed to be the whole time.
Wonderful, Charles Pratt. I'm glad to be here.
We've moved out of the hazy dream world that we were in before and back into
All
Killer
right.
Queen.
So 2 on Stabby, immediately going warrior, and Gold is going to successfully get their second warrior up, but a little bit slower.
Stabby appears to be doing econ, but last 2 games they also appeared to do econ and then switched to snail at the last minute. So I, for one, will not get fooled again.
Right. We had an early queen kill by Stabby on Mediocre, which is making the queen act a little more conservative.
Yep, they're just sort of hovering around 1 gate. That's not a bad move for a queen. That means
Not
you have
at all.
At least 1 gate it locked
And we
down.
have Blue going for the snail.
Called it.
Mediocre does tend to switch strategies mid-game. I think it helps confuse their opponents.
Stabby, you mean? Stabby switch
Yes,
strategy.
Stabby. No, oh yeah, Stabby. I'm sorry.
Mediocre
And
does do it sometimes also. It's been noted in the past their skill at switching, but this isn't doing them any good. Currently,
really
everything
isn't.
seems to be focusing up on Mediocre 64's base, although it's moved back down to the snail. It was gonna come and nobody apparently noticed the snail, which is the best thing to happen for a snail.
exactly.
But-
Sneaky snails are best snails. And
When you're
currently,
working against a team like Mediocre 64, that's not gonna fly.
at this point, they really need to rely on the snail though, because as you've noticed, Mediocre's gone way ahead in econ, and they've done very little ledge guarding to manage that. They only have 1 econ in the bucket. At this point, they really just need to get on the snail and get it moving.
And with Stabby down to only 1 queen, it's gonna be tough to pull off a military victory under these conditions.
Exactly. So they really have to focus purely on snail.
But
If they-
Mediocre is protecting the snail with a guard. That's a tough thing to get out.
Exactly. So this is going to be a tough match. Oh, and
But Mediocre 64's queen goes down. They're tied on queens, but they only need
Oh.
2 more berries.
only 1 more berry now.
No one ledge guarding.
It's very tense. All they need is, and it's, I believe it was that a speed.
Here comes Waffles. Up he goes. Will he make
Oh,
it?
Stripes
No,
does
Waffles
not make
does
it.
not.
Waffles
Stripes
does
does
not-
not make it either.
There and Stabby is running the snail again.
What's that blue warrior doing? Just running around? No! Go ledge guard maybe. Don't look at me though, I don't know nothing.
We're just talking about this game. And
Look.
oh wow, a risky bounce off
And
Stabby.
it
And
goes!
Mediocre.
Takes it home!
Oh no!
Double win from Mediocre 64.
And they even won the bonus night map round.
All right, Beauty and the Bees on gold, BillyWitchDoctor.com on blue.
Has anyone
Beauty
here
and the
been
Bees
to
on gold,
BillyWitchDoctor.com? I haven't.
on blue.
Is
While
this-
we have some time right now, I'd like to discuss the fact that it's a shame that we're not allowed to warp through walls.
I agree with you, Charles Pratt. We need more wall warping.
Warbreak is one of the most incredible advances in Killer Queen strategy invented in the last 50 years.
For those of you who are not aware, if you run into the walls on both sides of this map, or even the wall separating the two hives, in 10 seconds you will warp through the
You'll
wall.
phase right through it. It takes about 12 seconds, 8 seconds if you're speed. It works for workers, works for warriors, but not for queens.
But we are not allowing it this round because we only just discovered it, and Nick and Josh do want to take it out.
Any team that attempts to warp through a wall will be immediately disqualified. That's
We
why no
highly
one's doing it right now.
Yes, we highly condone it, but understand why it's not happening. So,
B. Harvey
anyways,
Oswald, I think, is moving into Beauty and the Beast moves into an early econ lead. Wow.
no, B. Harvey Oswald's on the econ lead.
No, I don't think anyone's on B. Harvey Oswald.
Right now, though, we have Blue has the military advantage right now, and that is really helping them with ledge guarding.
I just want to comment in a general sense. This seems like a very dynamic match.
It really does. The Queen has already taken out their military advantage on
Everyone
Billy Witch
moving all over the
Doctor.
place.
Oh, isn't this amazing? It's my favorite part because you'll see.
That was some very expert commenting from James Marion, and by
Billy Witch Doctor attempted to snail for a little bit if you saw that, but now it appears to have switched back to econ.
I think they're doing a stealth snail where you go and you push it for a little while, and then you go away. And you push it a little while again and go away. It's
That's a
very...
terrible plan.
Oh, someone's doing speed snail right now.
Get
Go-
back onto the snail, but
The Beauty and the Beast only need 2 more econ, and they're bringing them home right now with some guarding from their own queen.
and that is it. It's
that is
over.
the game.
Beauty and the Beast takes home the first battle. Let's see. I click Gold Notch V1. Bop. There we go.
Alrighty, beautiful. Now we're gonna see if Billy Witch Doctor can turn us around. Also, what is BillyWitchDoctor.com? Is it just advertising for somebody? Charles Pratt clicked things too much.
I was wondering if you could still draw on it like you could during the Kickstarter match. That was cool.
That was quite cool. Now then, let's see how this goes.
Looks like many of Beauty and the Beast went up top.
Yup.
Beauty and the Beast takes all the gates, first thing out the gate. Takes gates
And-
right out the gates.
Billy Witch Doctor is trying to run snail, but is harassed away by Beauty and the Bees.
Some of Billy Witch Doctor's workers sort of hang around a gate, wishing they could become warriors, but they can't. They just can't.
Beauty and the Bees takes the early advantage on Econ, about 4-2 right now.
One of Billy Witch Doctor's workers just committed suicide there. I don't know what they were thinking. But looks like Billy Witch Doctor did get a warrior, which is a good start.
Yes, you want at least 1 ledge guard, which is not being very effective right now. They've already gotten 6 and let 2 through. And now they have 2 ledge guards, and they're really cracking down on those Econ runners.
But back on snail for Billy Witch Doctor. Keep on believing in yourself, Billy. Keep on believing in yourself.
Right.
Who's winning?
I think it's Beauty and the Bees is winning. They need but 5
Yes.
more berries. But they fill from the front. I always think fill from the back. But there are other philosophies.
Yeah, I think filling from the back is a stronger strategy here, but they seem to be doing okay without it. Let's see, we have the Queen floating around trying to control those gates. Warriors also helping, and the blue warriors are just wandering about right now. Oh, they're going to protect the snail, which is currently being harassed by 3 members of Beauty and the Bees.
Worker drops right down onto the snail, but it immediately gets eaten.
Right.
And
A
no
worker-
snail progress
A
today.
worker from Beauty and the Bees is still running as no one is ledge guarding for them, and
No
they're
one is ledge guarding.
Where-
Beauty and the Bee is really pulling it together. There may be something there that wasn't there before.
potentially.
Something about a talking candlestick from the booth. And Billy
All right.
Witch Doctor's Queen is ledge guarding.
Which is again the worst idea ever. That
You know
is
what's
why.
confusing in Beauty and the Beast?
And
The bit
there
where
we go.
Gaston was just like, I don't like people who read. That
Beauty-
seems like really heavy-handed.
Beauty and the Beast
Anyways,
takes that.
Beauty and the Beast
Gaston
wins.
is objectively the good guy in this movie.
on gold. Bees on
And with
blue.
that, we have to leave. This has been Charles Pratt. Goodbye.
Hey, Charles Pratt needs to go play for Beast. See you later.
Well, that was a very exciting commentary there by Julian and I forget her name. What's her name? I guess it doesn't matter.
Alan Holloway.
Commentate. I gotta do this. You guys set up
So one of the teams is winning right now, but it's a close match between that team and the other team. They're both playing very strongly.
They're both playing. We know they're both playing.
Of the ways that they
Yeah,
can
we
win,
have
one of them is winning it that way much better than the other team is winning it the other ways.
Nice. It's good. It's a good overlay. No, thank you. I worked on it this week.
Yeah, it's very balanced and it has all the information you need.
I hope so.
As you can see, one team did something that the other team did not expect, and that allows them to pull ahead of the other team in the way that they're pulling ahead.
All tied up on queen kills.
All tied up on queen kills.
3 more berries for blue. Anything from the booth in the tiny
I didn't
commentary?
notice.
They have the definite advantage.
Squirrel? That's a snail, not a squirrel. Sorry.
No one has even looked
Squirrel's
at
not moving.
the In fact, the squirrel is not even in the game.
The secret fourth way of winning, which is by mounting the squirrel, has not even been touched.
If you find the squirrel, you win. A single pixel has been chosen
It's like the
randomly in
Wumpus.
every. Yeah,
Gold's setting up a pretty hard ledge guard here.
that's true. They're locking down blue base
It's been pretty effective so far.
so far.
Gold
trying to come clear out.
underestimating
Oh,
that
shit.
blue fighter. Only 2 circle things left for blue.
Gold falls asleep in the base. Dangerous spot to be.
They're coming up.
Oh,
So close.
collusion.
That was legit. That was legit.
Bees keeps trying to create some weird loop with the camera.
What are they doing?
They keep holding up the screen.
Getting
to
real
the
close
screen
to talk to you
on
about
their
our
laptop.
sponsor today. Do you like Fallout 4? Do you like video games? Well, you might want to look at Loot Crate. Loot Crate and Fallout 4 just partnered to bring you a new Fallout 4 themed crate for next month.
I wonder if I'm gonna get
And
sued
you
for
could
this.
check
Can we get
out
sued?
our special offer at lootcrate.com/bees. That's lootcrate.com/bees.
I'm gonna get sued. James Marion, the man who killed 5v5 Fridays.
How many viewers do you have? 6 viewers. What's the stream have to say? Hi, stream. How's it going tonight?
We got a few people. I think we got a couple of Chicagoans watching, a couple of
Let's get some ones in the stream.
Portlanders.
Let's get some ones. Ones for Bees. Twos for B. Harvey Oswald.
Who just said? Who's talking about Paul Walker?
Maybe that was the idea. Maybe they killed the queen.
Queen is deader than Paul Walker. The stream said it. It's not me.
tied up on queen kills.
I could be even more on the nose.
Oh wait, this was a 2-0, right?
Roddy Piper died like hours ago, so I could have used him.
Rowdy Piper.
Wrestler.
A wrestler? You never heard of the wrestler? Wow.
What is it? Oh, like a wrestler, like a WWF?
No, Roddy Piper died. Yeah, it's
Was
61.
he like a rowdy?
He was famous though.
This tournament is in
Oh,
memory of.
military victory for gold. Taking it to 1-1.
I think it's okay to dedicate tonight's tournament to Roddy Piper.
Go ahead.
I want to dedicate tonight's tournament to Roddy Piper.
All right.
Meant a lot to my childhood.
Pouring
Very
one out
sad.
for Roddy Ryder.
Wow.
Rough Rider.
They live easily in the best 5.
They
Top
Live.
5 John Carpenter.
Check out his excellent work in John Carpenter's They Live, one of the better John Carpenter films.
Also check out
Casper.com.
Casper.com.
Selling mattresses now, are we? Yeah, we're going down the columns. Otherwise, people play over and over and over again and they get cranky.
Speaking of dead wrestlers, today's broadcast is brought to you by WWE Supercard, now available on the App Store.
What?
It's a trading card game.
Oh.
How do you know all these references? You're just like
James spends a lot of time on the internet. A lot of time on the internet. Oh, we're 9 viewers. All right. Okay, Blue pushing berries. Total gate control. Did Gold
I was
went
attempting to take him back.
3-1? Is that what they were doing?
Who's graduating next year? I'm gonna find out whose dad this is.
Oh, that's Aaron's dad. Oh yeah. Aaron Keith's dad, Mr. Keith, is on the stream. Welcome.
Wait, is that what you said?
I'm glad we're having fun as well. You know, that's what this is about, having fun. You're welcome to come down here.
Gold Queen putting herself in a pretty dangerous spot right now. We'll see how this plays out. Oh, that's
actually
Blue
Aaron's
wins. That's
dad.
how it plays out.
Is that actually Aaron's dad?
Good.
The Aaron that was sitting over here?
Good.
good to be back. Congrats on your growth.
All right, so Bees takes it.
I like your jokes, dude.
All right, Full Snail University on gold, Snail Mail on blue. All right, you guys are up.
Whew, what a game. Incredible.
Do you want to shout out to Aaron's dad?
Shout out to Aaron's dad, NYU 2016 dad. Good work being a dad.
It's a terrible shout out.
I don't know who this person is. That's not important. The important thing
We had nice webcam action.
is Full Snail University is coming up against Snail Mail
Yeah. Thank you.
for a fight for all the snails.
Welcome back. I am Charles Pratt here.
I'm Charles Pratt here. Here to Charles Pratt your way through another Full Snail University versus Snail Mail match. And by another, I mean the first.
All right.
And down they fall.
Full Snail immediately grabbing two warriors. And same thing for Snail Mail. I really hope Snail Mail lives up to their reputation and goes to Snail, as well as Full Snail University. There better be a Snail off at some point in this matchup.
Oh, it looks like Full Snail University is picking up a Speed Warrior. So that's fun. Full Snail appears to be attempting
And disappointingly,
Econ.
the Speed Warrior's killed in 3 seconds by Snail Mail's queen.
Not disappointing at all. I think Speed Warriors are cheating.
Full Snail is the first to live up to their name and take the snail.
Her name?
Looks like Full Snail is attempting some sort of military snail strategy, a solid strategy for the ages. Meanwhile, Snail Mail is attempting military still, not military, econ. That's the opposite of military.
Really, it is. But
If you notice there, just for a moment, Worker got speed and then died immediately.
Yes. Currently, Full Snail is almost there with the snail.
Almost half of the way there, but
But
their
Snail Mail
died.
and Snail Mail is doing very weak econ with only 2 berries after all this time of
Two
play.
berries. They're not doing a good job of avoiding that ledge guarding.
They really are. That's a solid ledge guard from Full Snail, doing a good job there.
Looks, Full Snail University is passing under the final column. The queen is hovering around trying to get in, but if they try, that's a death trap.
And they, it looks like the snail has been taken by Full
And-
Snail. Oh!
Full Snail University
And-
takes it by standing on the enemy snail's head, not really touching them with their sword at all, just sort of hovering over them. In this minute time, I'd like to dedicate a moment to NYU 2016 Dad, the best man I've ever known.
Exactly.
And now this is the night map. Looks like there's some wandering around going on among Snail Mail. We implemented a new rule that you have 15 seconds between games, but there's no sort of timer and no way to enforce that.
Right. So at some point, we're just going to
Get in it, Full Snail!
It's Snail Mail that you should be yelling at, but it's okay.
No, Full Snail hasn't done it.
Hey, who won the last game? Because Charles didn't update this thing.
Well,
Oh,
Bees won
won
the...
by 2-0.
No.
Oh no, 2-1. Sorry.
Bop. Bop, bop. Bop.
Up.
And Full Snail University won the last match. So, if Snail Mail wants to take it back, they have to win this match.
But that's
And
not
also
looking good. They have
all
a
future
speed
matches.
snail running and 3 warriors guarding.
Now,
and
this is what a good snail looks like.
This is going to be
well
over in
guarded,
10
speed.
seconds. This is the epitome of what snails should be on the night map. This is beautiful. They can't
And the
even get
time
an
it would
edgewise.
take a worker to walk through a wall. But,
Oh, wow! And that was some very risky but very needed turnaround by the blue team, killing off a few warriors. And oh, now the Gold Queen is down there taking back the snail with force.
Full Sail University is down to their last queen, and Snail Mail is back on the snail, pulling it back. At this
As
point, Snail Mail
expected.
pretty much has to win via military. So Full Sail University's choice to hover on the ceiling like that, that's a good one.
Exactly. You don't want to be too risky on your last life as a queen. And
Oh, but too risky indeed.
she lost her hover for just a little bit, and then it went down.
Let's see, one of these notches, and one of these
There you go. You did it.
So, this one is for all of the marbles.
That was a beautiful snail off on the night map, as I hoped would happen. So let's see what happens here.
It looks like both teams are talking with each other. On Full Sail University, it looks like we have Chris Wallace queening. And on Snail Mail, I do not know the name of the person who's queening, but that doesn't make them any less important.
Indeed.
If anything, it makes them more important.
I agree. Now then.
Full Sail University's workers just jumping around, having a grand old time. I think it's important to remember this is a game. We're here to have fun.
And also tear bar opponents.
And also tear up our opponents. Full Sail University's got a speed worker going to become a speed warrior.
Ooh, that's lovely. Speed warriors are so underappreciated because they're hard to play, but when they're played right, they are just brutal.
They're hard to play and they're difficult to get, much like a snail victory.
Exactly, but which is what makes them the best.
Well, I was just going to comment briefly there. Full Snail Mail had a speed worker on the snail, but didn't last. Now it's Full Sail University who has a worker on the snail.
Indeed, and they're pushing great well. Nobody's going econ.
And in Chicago, they call that kind of turnaround a Chicago slide. Remember that.
Especially all those. Oh yes, yes, NYU Dad. That was a nice turnaround. And right now, though, they're losing it quickly as Full Sail University is pushing that snail very, very far. They're trying to combat this with some good military, but they have a lesser gate control right now, so it's going to be harder for them to do that.
You want to know what good snailing looks like? Look at Full Sail University right here today. It's about protection. It's about guarding your snail rider.
Which also does mean sometimes you have to give up ledge guarding, but it's
Also means not letting stuff like that happen when you're the snail rider. You gotta jump off before people jump into the maw of the hungry snail god.
right. It's actually a better strategy to get off the snail, let the other person take it, and then have your warriors kill that person and get back on, because that will ensure for you a quicker snail than letting someone get eaten and take up all that time getting eaten.
However, sloppy snail riding was not enough to prevent Full Sail University from taking it home.
In this
Once again on the day map.
We now know the better of the snails.
Coming up next, it's Bees a Grizzly versus Eye of the Beholder.
Grizzly on gold, Eye of the Beholder on blue.
So does this put us in the final round?
I don't know. We have 2 more to go.
No, I mean like this puts us in the
I
three.
don't-
If we win 2 out of the 3.
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to look.
For those of you just following along at home, the current match is divided up into 3 groups, each of which will have a round robin. Each group has three teams in it, 4 teams, 6 teams? I don't know.
Really, I don't know
Each
either.
group has 4 teams in it. Figure it out. Each group has 4 teams, play against all other 4 teams, and the top 2 teams from each of the smaller groups goes on to a round robin among all of the other ones.
Exactly. How many teams are playing with us today?
12.
Well, that's a wonderful turnout here at 5v5 Fridays.
That's so many.
Here at the NYU Game Center in Brooklyn, you should really come out and join us sometime.
Yes, if you're in New York, you should come on by.
Oh, thank you, Andrew, for loving and missing New York.
Thank you, Andre. We love and miss you
Or
too.
Andre. Anyway, back to the game. We have a early gate control lead by not Full Sail anymore.
Be a grizzly.
Be a Grizzly, thank you.
And they've also taken the snail and are riding it right on along. Now that's some good snail riding.
Yeah.
Don't let people drive you off and murder you when you
Well,
can just run away.
Exactly.
The great thing about being a worker is that you're faster than warriors. Unless
Actually,
they're
it's a
speed
speed
warriors.
snail right now, which is also giving it a boost.
Oh, hello, hello. Speed warriors.
If
that's
they
a good
keep
time.
up this good protection, they'll probably have the snail within the next 10 seconds.
But a worker jumps right into the snail
Exactly.
Also, it's worth noting
that is
that
wonderful snail right. He got off the snail. It goes kill quickly. He's back on the snail. There's no eating nonsense going on by the snail.
Eye of the Beholder has lost 2 queens and lost
Wow.
their final queen in a roof hovering fight. That's tough.
Roof hovering it's so hard to do because of the endurance it takes on you. If you let up your button consistency for just 1 second, you lost.
Oh, look at Bia Grizzly dancing the night away down there in their little video. And looked like they switched out a queen.
Now being queened by Anna Thornton, who is brutal.
Hometown hero
We need to
Anna
get Bia
Thornton
Grizzly on
is
the-
running Bia Grizzly.
We believe in you, Anna.
You know what I want to know? Why does this computer have a trackpad if it doesn't work?
Seriously. Now then, back to the game.
Back to the game.
Bia Grizzly is running the snail, and Anna is taking over all gates very quickly. Blue Queen is having trouble keeping those gates.
But looks like Bia Grizzly has been driven off the snail, and Bia Grizzly's queen goes down. Eye of the Beholder appears to be attempting a military strategy, not a military, an econ strategy.
Wow, that was a very interesting dance between the two queens as they moved up the map. And right now, Blue now has all of the gate control, and they're running the snail. They're also ahead in econ. Really, Eye of the Beholder is turning it around on night map.
You see a lot of these. Teams that do well on the day map don't necessarily do well on the night map. That's
And
why it's
vice
so
versa.
important to switch it back and forth like this.
Right, and I think that there are some teams who are even more comfortable on the night map than they are on the day map.
Yeah.
And it
appears
looks
that
like
no
Eye of
one
Beholder
is
is doing
guarding
this,
in the entire game.
which is a strange choice.
Eye of the Beholder appears to be going for the triple shot, winning in every form all at once. That would be impressive. Given they only need 2 more berries, only 1 more queen kill, and not very far on the snail. Although Bia Grizzly is pulling it back, good for
And
them.
Eye of Beholder intentionally sacrificed a worker to the snail, which is a terrible strategy, by the way.
Certainly not a very good strategy at this point.
Oh, and Eye of the Beholder takes
worker
the
goes
last.
in. Taking it. Eye of the Beholder takes the night map. And a notch for Blue.
So we go to our third round, and
third.
Anna has been taken off of. Okay, Bia Grizzly is now. Brian Kang, one of the best queens in the game as we know it, is taking over for Bia Grizzly. This could be a rough match for Eye of the Beholder.
Now I've heard that Eye of the Beholder's queen is an incoming MFA student here at the Innovative Game Center. That's just a
Really?
bit of trivia for people who care. But looks like both teams are going Econ once again.
Currently, Bia Grizzly is ahead in that econ slightly, and they're moving much faster. We don't have any ledge guards yet, which is surprising, and also Eye of the Beholder is sneakily running that snail.
I think that after their sweep of last time, Eye of the Beholder might get a little cocky. But it's worth noting that Bia Grizzly is indeed a very good team.
They have a speed warrior who's very good at their job.
Made up of at least 3/5 of meaningful choices. A team which is pretty good, I don't know.
I mean, I guess they're all right.
They're all right, okay.
All
They're
right.
okay.
And Brian Kang keeps that gate control down and takes the snail away from Beholder.
It looks like there is. Oh, and Gold wins with a military victory. Some other stuff is happening, but none of it matters now.
Yep. How do you do it?
Bob,
Okay.
congratulations to Bia Grizzly for winning.
The New York Giants on gold, Epic Snail on blue. New
That's
York
right.
Giants on gold,
The
Epic
New York
Snail on blue.
Giants on gold, Epic Snail on blue. That's GI-ants. It's a funny joke on insects. Some say that the animals in Killer Queen were intended to be ants and not bees at all.
They were originally ants.
That's what some say, but we can never know the truth.
That's what the creators say.
We can never know the truth.
At this point, it's all mere speculation.
Can you scroll down?
The author is dead.
Also, we need Epic Snail on blue.
Scroll up, actually. No, this is fine. This is fine. Look at this. This is the next match. So look there. You'll see.
Look there.
All right, and both teams get in it. Both teams taking their speed gate.
All right, and we have on.
Well, it moved out of the way,
and we
so I
have on
have
the New
literally
York
no idea
Giants,
who's playing now.
They've lost their current gate control. Epic Snail has taken all the gates except for there's a good dance going on between the gate control. and they're both running Econ rather slowly. No ledge guards that can be seen right now.
It looks
and
like Gold pulled the snail over a little bit, but then Epic Snail pulled it right back.
so they're having a little bit of a tango over the snail.
By the way, this is a new microphone. If anyone's having trouble hearing us, you should just stay in the chat. I won't look at it. I'm looking at the screen right now, but
I occasionally look at the chat because I'm a nice person.
just want to be sure.
And we have an early lead from the New York Giants as they pull in 5 berries to 3 in Epic Snail.
However, is perhaps New York Giants changing
And
their
we have a
mind and
speed
going
snail.
Econ instead?
We have
Going
a
snail
speed snail
instead?
in Epic and Giants, and very smart. Oh no! Yeah, there we go. We don't want the speedrunner
some
to.
very smart snail guarding, some very smart snail riding.
Exactly. People don't think there's a lot of technique involved with riding a snail, but there's
They're
actually
wrong.
Exactly. There's a lot of dodging and running away and other things involved. Like every
When you're riding the snail, the important thing is not to die.
and a beautiful queen kill
Epic
by
snails.
Waffles on New York Giants. They are taking this snail home very, very quickly.
Epic Snail is down to 1 queen, but they're probably going to go risky.
And
Death
there we
before
go.
dishonor, as they say in Portland.
And the Giants have taken the snail for a first round. Chat is now boring. You should say more interesting things, chat.
Well, we're over to the night map, though, and as we've proven time and time again, winning in the day map not necessarily a guarantee that you'll win on the day map.
Exactly. The day map is everyone's comfort zone. It's the easier map to deal with. There's so much maneuvering you have to do on the night map that it's very easy for this to go awry.
Especially even with this new map. New night map. We've played with it for a couple weeks now, but that doesn't mean that everyone's used to it yet.
Exactly. And we have a queen hover off, and it looks like Epic Snail has pulled it ahead.
Epic Snail takes the snail, but they can't hold it.
Exactly. We have New York Giants running Econ really fastidiously, and it looks like Epic Snail is trying to catch up on Econ, but so far the runners are moving faster on the Giants.
And no one's phasing through any walls. Good work, people.
Good job not cheating.
Oh, and
Another-
Epic Snail's queen goes down. Now they've
Got a
both lost
revenge
one
kill.
queen. No one is ledge guarding.
Currently-
No, change that around. Oh, it's New York Giants are ledge guarding.
But you
It's
let
not
one
very
through,
effective.
yes.
Well, ledge guarding's tough.
You know what I find on the night map is nobody really utilizes that berry hole intentionally. They only ever use it, when they accidentally kick it away from the hive, and that's a really poor use of the map structure.
Yeah, if you had the team thinking to make sure there was a worker there to pick it up, you could get lots of berries very easily.
Exactly.
What we're saying is, why aren't people good at this game?
Basically, right now, Epic Snail controls all gates and the running snail and Econ.
However, New York Giants is just 2 berries away from taking this home.
A little-
1 berry away from taking this home.
And
And
then
there comes
win-
a berry!
And
it's all over.
The
New
Giants
York Giants
win from
take it
Econ.
home. 10,000 points for the New York Giants.
All right, Stabby on gold, Beauty and the Bees on blue. Stabby on gold, Beauty and the Bees on blue.
That's right,
score?
Stabby on
It's
gold and Beauty and the
2-0
Bees on blue.
Giants,
2
Epic
very
Snail.
interesting teams.
And you
now
know-
these will be the matches. We're moving into our third set of matches. These will be matches which decide which teams go on to the final winners round robin.
Exactly.
It's very exciting. I'm very excited.
I am excited too, Charles. All right, we have the match starting back up again. The queens are grabbing their speed charges
Someone
like
like to
good
get on the
queens
mic?
should
They can
do.
feel free.
Yeah, we can.
on the mic.
Okay.
All right, Charles Pratt's son stepping up. Charles Pratt getting in.
Hi, Charles Pratt.
This is Charles Pratt, also known as Alexander Bevier. We're watching some bad Killer Queen tonight.
Yes, we are.
All right, what teams are playing right now?
Not Stabby and Beauty and the Bees. Stabby's on gold. Beauty and the Bees is on blue.
Beauty and the Bees are a popular team here at 585 Fridays.
Everyone loves making puns on their names. They're not always good
I don't
puns.
understand. This is not a game to stab people at.
Either way, Stabby is currently in control of all gates, which is
Especially
allowing them
'cause-
for a lot more military power than
Even though
Beauty and the
Stabby has
Bees.
every gate, they're only now trying to get some military control with only 1 warrior on the table right now.
Exactly. We have a lot more econ going in at the Beauty and the Beast, and that's probably going to pay off for them in the end so far.
Stabby is having trouble getting their stabbers going right now.
Exactly, but the queens are even in kills right now, and Gold Queen was in a little trouble there, but she's doing some good job dodging.
There they go. Right now, Stabby has managed 3 warriors. They're trying to go, and with that,
But
they
right now they
got
have
full
no
warrior
ledge guard,
going.
and they haven't had a ledge guard for a while as Beauty and the Beast advances to only 2 berries left.
And Queen Diego Garcia knows well enough that the warriors are going to go up there.
That was a
and he can
beautiful
spend his time
pincer.
there.
That was a beautiful pincer on the Gold Queen by the Queen swooping her in and fading her out while the warrior comes in from behind. A good strategy, and look at that, we have a
Mr.
win.
Diego Garcia managed to queen his way to victory there. Beauty and the Bees.
Enjoying casting?
I do.
Yes.
Casting is fun, and with that, we
won
will
that
continue
game?
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Charles Pratt.
I will, and I, Mr. Charles Pratt, do enjoy this. Professor at New York University Game Center. And with that, we're now watching the next game in the exciting Beauty and the Bees versus Stabby match. I enjoy a good Stabby match. And with that, they fall and the game begins.
And an early queen kill by Beauty and the Bees. Very well done. They're going pretty heavy military.
Which makes sense given their last fight. Stabby had a lot of trouble getting Econ going, and
Right.
a very slow desire to try to go full military. Hopefully they've learned from that mistake, and are trying to
Alright.
carry on some sort of lead.
Stabby is trying to get Gates and it's not working. The
Right now it
blue
seems like they're also trying to get Snail, but unfortunately the way to do a successful Snail is to have a successful military backup.
and that's
without-
not happening for them.
Without
and
any
they have
Gates, they are not able to carry on.
They also are very behind on Econ. They really don't have any strategies working out for them this game.
Yeah, their only hope is to kill the queen enough. Unfortunately, their queen has no lives left, and they have nothing else to stab the blue team with.
And there she goes.
And with that, game is over.
Stabby was just playing a little too risky this round, I feel like.
I believe so.
And the queen was just not
All right,
lining up.
Mediocre
And
64 on gold, BillyWitchDoctor.com on blue. Mediocre 64 on gold, BillyWitchDoctor on blue.
As the teams switch over, let's take a moment to quickly realize that Killer Queens 5v5 Fridays now has a Twitter page, KQNYC, and the Facebook group for the New York City Killer Queen scene is, as always, Killer Queen NYC. You are blue.
okay. Now then, we also have BillyWitchDoctor.com stepping up to the plate, which begs the question, what is BillyWitchDoctor.com?
Somebody go there and let us know in the comments. We want you, our lovely
There's
community,
a
to
landing
take
page?
us there.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it was the right address. I think it was. Go type it in.
Yeah,
Fine,
We
okay.
have computers. We will do it
All
also.
right, we are-
But that doesn't mean we don't want you, our loyal 7 viewers, to do this with us. We love you, our loyal 7 viewers.
So this,
Google Billy Witch.
we're going to Google Billy Witch.
I gotta tell you, I told the witch doctor, I saw the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ah, yes, Billy Witch Doctor, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference.
Okay, well I feel good for not getting that.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. You clearly weren't 12 years old at 2002.
Good job trying to trick us, commenters.
I'm
We
happy
know
for
it's not
you.
butt plugs. Now then, getting back to the game, Billy Witch Doctor takes an early lead on gate control and military. In fact, they are full military right now.
PT240, you missed the chance to say artisanal butt plugs. Instead with
Seriously.
artisan butt plugs. I'm ashamed of you.
Now then,
Okay, watching the
so
game here, aren't we?
Mediocre retakes control of the gates and is following after the Blue Queen. This is going to be a risky situation if they continue to do this. And
Mediocre is a very fine team.
they are a very fine team, but their queen does tend to play a little risky. Right now we have 3 ledge cards and a queen ledge guarding on Mediocre as they reel in that Econ.
I'm not sure if I agree with you that they're a risky team. I've played against Mediocre, and they tend to be a very defensive team, especially compared to somebody like Mediocre.
Billy Witch Doctor is pulling out all the military this round. They're really trying to win via military.
This is rough, because Mediocre definitely is not capable of stopping that military force with their general strategies. However,
Exactly.
we just watched a beautiful performance from
What's
Waffle.
going on? Oh, pausing game. Pausing the game. I think Waffles may have disappeared. on gold?
No, Gold Waffles is right there.
So
we
what's
have Gold
going on?
Waffles on screen.
Their TV went off, I think.
Oh, their TV went
The
off?
gold television turned off for a mysterious reason.
We're not sure why. Maybe the witch doctor has been, doing witch doctor
Did the
stuff.
voodoo.
Right.
Voodoo, you do what? Remind me of the bay. We had some shenanigans quickly happen, but the game is back on.
You know what, E280? How do you read your handle? I don't know.
However, Blue managed to pull that victory in a full military style. Queen v. Queen action.
Hopefully that setter with the TV did not throw Mediocre off their game too bad.
What system is this? They are using streaming live. What's the name of this software?
I don't know. Don't mess with it. You don't know what you're doing,
I do not know what I'm doing.
so don't mess with it.
But I might want to play with it later.
Okay. Good on you, Charles Pratt.
I'm a man who enjoys the future.
Right.
New
Has
York
Charles
University's.
Charles been updating those?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
I believe so. It's Billy Witch Doctor 1.
No, I mean, has he done the one after that?
I don't know. Okay. Now then, as we go to night map, we see some early berry runners from Blue going off, and I'm not sure where Waffles is heading.
Gotta take a Blue Econ. Gold Econ is going well. Blue is once again trying to go full military, it appears. Maybe
it's
with a little
not-
bit of snail.
But it's not going well for them, as currently Gold has all gate control except for the top one.
Indeed. Right now, Hayden, Mediocre's queen, is much more capable at night. Oh, it's not Hayden?
That's not Mediocre 64.
So confusing. And it
These
seems like the
teams
Mediocre
come and go.
queen. We play loose and wild here at the New York University 5v5 Fridays.
And right now, Mediocre is way ahead in Econ. Only now is Blue really getting some ledge guards down there to take this seriously. But Waffles is doing well at getting rid of that ledge guard. And that was a beautiful victory
With that
from
Gold's got the
Mediocre.
victory, which leads it to 1v1. We have no idea how the next game is going to lead, but we know how exciting Killer Queen is. So exciting that we have 2 more viewers since the last time I mentioned how many viewers we have. Hello, you magic number 9. I am in love with you.
Are you now?
I am. I am in love with all 9 of them. That is just how I feel.
All right, getting back to the game. We have some early Econ on both. It looks like they're going for a more balanced strategy this time as opposed to going full military. I think they've learned from their mistakes now that they just can't keep doing that.
However, it did work once, which is worth mentioning, because sometimes full military is good, especially against an inexperienced queen, despite being slightly mean.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like you're bullying the queen.
Indeed. But right now it seems like we do have a good econ off with 4 on gold, 4 on Mediocre's team,
Nope,
2
there's
with
only
Billy Witch Doctor. But right now we have 2 warriors on 2 mediocre warriors, but 2 correct. I'm sorry.
Right now, but Billy Witch Doctor
Doctor's
has
warriors keep falling faster than feathers on a windless day.
currently though we have gate control returning to Mediocre. As noted, Alex Charles Pratt only cast in haikus. We apologize if the haikus are not your thing.
Oh, I will find a haiku for you.
And right now, only 2 berries left on 1 berry left on gold.
Mediocre
The
needs
ledge
1 more
guard
berry.
is really not up to snuff here.
Right now we have the blue queen trying to take gate control, 1 blue queen trying to harass
And
the
that was
gold
a
queen.
very graceful queen
And
kill from
unfortunately,
Mediocre.
the gold
And gold takes their last
warriors out,
berry.
with that, Mediocre 64 has taken the win. And with that, I believe Ms. Charles Pratt and Mr. Charles Pratt have to go to the game because we have to play next for Bees as Jennifer Alloway and Alexander Bevier. Good night.
Which are really Charles Pratt.
All right, bees on gold. Full Snail University on blue. Bees on gold. Full Snail University.
Okay, well, we're all playing, so we're going to have to try to get some other people up to cast.
Hey, do you cast for us?
Hey,
Oh, thank you, Charles.
it's Hayden and Zane from Mediocre 64
Hi,
to
folks.
cast
How
this
you
game
doing?
for you. Teams in this one are Bees, 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 Bees.
Against Full Snail University.
That's 5 Bees
On gold,
in the gold team's name.
FSU on blue.
Can you guys hear us all right? This is a new microphone we're trying out today. If you can hear us, say something in the chat.
And this is not Alex.
All right, here we go. Game starting. Oh, gold gets a really early queen kill in the center. And blue is already ahead on berries, but not by much.
2-2 opening by both teams. Gold has failed to start ledge guarding.
Gold is having trouble getting any soldiers on the board. They only have one.
They just took a quick military lead.
Both teams only have one soldier out right now. And both teams just lost. Sorry, gold lost their soldier. No, they didn't. They lost a worker. Both teams still only have one soldier out. Sorry, blue has 2 soldiers out. Pretty close on berries here. 5 for gold and 7 for blue. So I'd say blue's winning a little. So we're seeing ledge guarding style here where the soldier just kind of stands there.
But it's working since there's no
It works
real
in a lot
threat.
of situations. Blue puts another berry in.
It works in.
They're 3 away.
It does work in all situations, but if you just saw near the blue hive,
And now gold is only 2 away. This is a close econ race. Two. The gold berry is approaching, gets deflected by the blue ledge guard. Blue ledge guard fails to keep it out. 1 more for gold. Gold takes it. For those of you in the chat, I am running berries tonight actually on Mediocre 64. It's me and Derek, my other brother, are running berries tonight. And Stovin's our new queen for the night. It's not a permanent arrangement, but we're going to be kind of changing up every week a little bit. So stay tuned for more on that. All right, game 2 starting up on the night map. See, gold opts for early gate control while blue goes to try to kill some workers early. We see both teams with 1 berry.
but blue opens with only 1 military and they only have 1 berry to show for it, and 0 snail movement.
Still, it's 2-2 tied on Econ. Not a lot of action in this game so far. We're seeing conservative play from both teams. 3-3 now. 4th goes in for blue. The queens are being very conservative. Notice how they're just hovering in the center, not really doing anything. Yeah, blue's pulling away in the econ here. Although gold queen just takes out the blue queen, so they might want to consider, if they don't know how to deal with these blue ledge guards, they might want to consider switching to a snail push. Although honestly, with only 3 left for blue, I think it's going to be too little too late. Whoa, gold using a worker ledge guard. And blue only has 1 more berry left. The worker ledge guard didn't really work very well because he was just taken out really quickly, and then the blue worker was able to just put the berry in. There it is. It comes in. Oh, nice play by that gold ledge guard. The berry's in the base, but they keep pushing it out. Nice move by the blue queen. The blue queen is there to clean up any kind of ledge guards. Oh, and they get another kill. Now it's the blue last berry is in the hole. As long as he doesn't die, they took it. And there it is. Blue wins. So it's 1-1 now in this series. All right, game 3 starting up, back on the day map. Queen's dancing in the center. Gold's going up to a soldier, but gets denied by the queen. No, blue has 1 soldier, 3 soldiers now.
Blue's full military.
Are they full military? No, 2 just go down. Interesting strategy with full military. It looks like they're trying to go for a snail push, but with no military support, that's never going to work. Oh, blue takes out the queen. 1-1 on queen lives. See, gold is just putting those berries in, with blue is not answering with any kind of offense. They can't win this way. Blue has to figure out what their offensive strategy is and do something. Snail's moving again. They have some soldiers around the area. Although they're not... I'm worried that they're not focused on defending the snail as the gold queen flies overhead. But now they got a guy covering the snail. Worker jumps off. Well, but now the gold soldier holds the snail position, and it's going to be hard for blue to get back on that snail. And gold gets on it for a pullback. The queen has to get in there and bump that gold soldier out. It's really the only way they're going to be able to continue the snail push. Meanwhile, gold is running berries uninhibited, and they're just going to take this with an econ victory if blue doesn't answer very soon. There it is. Blue queen takes out the snail guard, but then goes down immediately after to the gold queen. I think blue is on their last legs here. They're pushing the snail again with no guard. He gets denied immediately. 3 more berries left for gold. They do have 2 ledge guards, but I think it's too little too late. Although the gold queen also went down again, so now either team could take it with a military victory. Oh, and blue takes it with the military! Very nice finish there. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm not sure who's gonna take over, but it's not gonna be me. See you later.
All right.
And that's how you lose to people.
That was good, guys.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right, B. Harvey Oswald on gold, Snail Mail on blue. What?
3 more rounds.
And then we go to the final stage?
Yeah.
All right.
Those points carry into the next round, or like?
It's whoever gets out of their group.
Yeah.
Okay. That was exciting. Very exciting.
So we just determined who else got out of the group.
It's gonna be us and BCBC.
Yeah, because they already won.
We're the only ones who want to.
Alex,
Top 2.
that game did not matter at all.
Really? Yeah, we're both getting out of here.
Oh, okay.
We're both going on.
Yeah.
There are 11 teams.
There are 12 teams.
Oh, there are 12 teams.
12 teams, yeah. So it's the biggest 5v5 we've ever had.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty exciting.
So there's also a game going on now, by the way.
It is.
So far, nobody is down a queen, and nobody has an econ game, and gold's kind of moved the snail a little bit, but they went down 1 queen, so it's basically a wash. Right now, it looks like Blue is managing to get a military out,
Nice. Very good.
and they are trying to harass Gold out of getting any econ while putting some berries in themselves. They've managed to get 5 berries and pulling that snail back over. Are they gonna
We've been there for 45
try
minutes.
to queen dogfight in the top right? Queens do not kill each other. Queens do kill a worker. That queen is about to. Yes, she went down. Now it is 1-1. Everybody's just kind of in the blah mid-game econ, and Gold is pulling that snail over. Gold also controls all the gates. Except one gate, which they haven't actually. Blue has not done anything with. Blue is starting to now, but it's probably too late. It is too late. Gold wins. That is B. Harvey Oswald winning over Snail Mail.
Okay. All right. I should go down. I should go down and talk to him. What are we at?
It's the night map one up B. Harvey Oswald.
All right. Okay. Good. I came in during I'll talk to them at some point. Yeah.
I didn't even want to hear. I was like, I'm upstairs. I'm doing a tournament. Like, oh, just sit down.
NYU security can be pretty bad.
We're talking about the security guards that have almost taken down our tournament by not letting people up. NYU security guards, New York security guards are the worst. So far, Gold is not the worst. They've gotten 2 berries in, and they've got somebody who's maybe getting speed, but maybe isn't, and actually did, and now is running berries.
Come on, Felicia, you can do it!
So now we've got pretty even gate. We've got both of them are up 4 berries. It looks like Gold has managed to set a ledge guard of sorts. Blue has sent the queen over. They are pretty much an exact parallel right now, which has been a theme this entire match. Blue has, however, they're tied up on berries actually still. Nobody's lost a queen until now. Now Gold lost a queen. So that sort of puts Blue ahead on points. Gold tried to take that snail, and now Blue's going over to get it. And Gold loses another queen for their trouble. And at this point, Gold has no gates, 1 queen. It was Gold, B. Harvey Oswald. So B. Harvey Oswald is not doing well this match. It is Snail Mail doing very well. Snail Mail's managed to set a ledge guard. They both have ledge guards actually, but Gold would have to get in 5 berries, and Blue just has to manage to get 2, which is pretty doable. It looks like they're putting out another warrior so they can maybe go clear out their hive, but it doesn't matter because they've won. So that's a 1-1 B. Harvey Oswald and Snail Mail. So teams have 15 seconds to confer between matches, but I don't think we've actually been timing it. Because I think people have definitely gone over.
What's that?
I don't think anybody's actually picked within 15 seconds.
You think?
I don't know. No, I think people have. I think they're good. This is the match point. It looks like Gold is pursuing a maybe 3-1 econ military. However, they've just lost a queen, and Blue has already set a ledge guard up there. Gold set a ledge guard, but they're not a particularly effective one. They're just getting too far into the gate, so they're in the wrong direction when the workers are trying to actually get up there. The Blue ledge guard has done a pretty great job of shutting down econ to the point that Gold has only 1 berry in, and managed to, however, match up the queen kills. But now Blue's taking it down again. So Snail Mail doing very good here. Very well here, that's correct. Especially because they just took out everybody in their hive, freeing up their econ match again. They're in the mid-game of econ, but that could very easily turn into the end game.
Getting angry that we only give people 15 seconds. I tell you what, Andre, if Chicago ever does a tournament that runs on schedule, I'll consider loosening up a little bit.
All right, well, that was Snail Mail.
Eye of the Beholder on Gold, New York Giants on Blue. Eye of the Beholder on Gold, New York Giants on Blue.
Having won that
right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you for coming. though.
So I can't quite divine the dark magic by which we will have our top 2 teams, but from what I can tell, it's
What?
going to be Mediocre 64 and Beauty on the Bees from the first
New York
group
Giants.
against Full
Giants
Snail
are
and
blue!
Bees,
New
Bees,
York
Bees, Bees,
Giants!
Bees in the second, and the third. It looks like Bia Grizzly is doing pretty well. We'll have to see how they do in the last match. But we haven't had quite the decisive victories that we did in the first groups. So it's not still totally clear who's going to go on to this last match. Beauty hasn't played Eye of the Beholder, right? Beauty hasn't played Eye of the Beholder, because that's clearly what their name was meant for. They haven't done it.
No, not yet.
Alright, so the Blue Queen is over there playing Ledge Guard and shutting down Gold's fairly substantial military while trying to run an econ game and clear their own hive unsuccessfully. Gold has managed a pretty solid military, but Blue looks like it was doing a sneaky speed stale strategy that has now failed. It is not sneaky anymore, nor is it speed nor strategy. So neither team has econ though either. Gold has just lost a queen, bringing them down a little bit. They also just control one gate. Their military has been decimated in the technical, negative 10% term. And it looks like the screen's off again. This is turning into a real problem for the Gold cabinet. So we have paused everything. We're not really sure what's going on. Everyone is being very sportsmanlike here. No idea what's happening at all. Is it back on?
What's that?
Is it back on?
Yeah, we're just gonna restart. Apparently, this old prototype cabinet does not hold up well.
Yeah, seriously, what's happening?
We're resetting.
No, I mean actually, literally, what's happening?
I think the connector, the HDMI connector, is just loose and old.
So the screen's just going blank?
Yeah. So Gold's, because the computer is in Blue, so Gold
so
doesn't have its own machine. It has to get everything from
Oh, okay,
Blue.
so Gold's setting it's like an additional HDMI out.
Yeah.
Okay. Make Gold play off the stream footage. Alright, so this is a do-over, right?
Yep,
Do-over.
we're restarting.
And looks like Blue is using that do-over to get some pretty good econ in. Gold, meanwhile, they're kind of clustering around like they're going to go for a snail strategy, but they haven't managed to reckon with that blue soldier there, taking them out. The blue econ is still substantially ahead, and it looks like they've got 2 workers going up there right now, which puts them in with a solid lead, especially because they have 2 soldiers there shutting down the snail strategy, just enough to keep Gold a little bit slowed down. They're still getting through, but it could buy Blue enough time to run its econ. Especially if Blue can manage to control the gates the way it's been doing now, because Gold then will have to make every soldier count. However, Gold has because they took down the Blue Queen. Blue is not quite close enough in econ for comfort. They are going to have to watch that snail very closely and play that queen pretty cautiously. And they're also not sending anybody up to clear their hive, which can really easily take the game away from them. It is very easy to get complacent when you have those last few berries in, and then you lose to a snail. especially because Gold has put its full forces, except for the one ledge guard, which is smart, over there by the snail. They're pulling forward again. It's easy to wish this were a speed snail, but slow snail can work very well as well. Yeah, no, Blue just went down again. They cannot get anybody in. What looked like a pretty decent game for them is not going well anymore. At this point, Gold has almost got someone in. Blue has not managed to get a single berry in the last several minutes of playtime. And they also cannot lose a queen. Looks like Gold is being a little careless with that because they just went down a queen too. And now Blue has decided it is going to take that snail back. And it has also tied up the match. This is a very back and forth match in a literal and figurative sense. However, Blue still hasn't gotten any berries in. They've got one soldier there that could very easily take down that ledge guard, and just has. And it came down to the queens in the end, and that was Blue. So, New York Giants. And now we're going to go on to game 2.
Oh, hard fought.
Yes, hard fought twice.
Twice. It was harder fought the second time than the first time, actually. You're in the game. Your game is starting.
All right. Looks like Blue is trying to get control of the gates here, get one soldier, one speed. That's looking like speed snail strategy, except that Gold got there first. Fortunately for Blue, they've got the far superior military force right now. Gold is starting to run some econ and get on the snail a little bit, but so far it is their queen holding everything down. Queen's starting to tap some gates, so it looks like Blue might get the first warrior there. The speed worker goes into the blue hive and then straight into the snail's maw, which is an interesting strategy. And so far, Gold is putting most of its resources into clearing its hive, which hasn't actually managed to get more than one berry. Blue is actually ahead on econ here, despite focusing very clearly on the snail. The blue worker there is doing a great job of bouncing out that worker until doesn't quite manage to keep it out, but that is still extremely admirable, especially because they've managed to clear that out again, and Blue had to sacrifice a queen to do it, but they're getting extremely close to a snail victory. And they're there, and that is a 2-0 victory for the New York Giants. Which I'm pretty sure means the New York Giants are going on to the final round.
Gold, Epic Snail on Blue. Be a Grizzly on Gold, Epic Snail on Blue.
So this is the last match of our pre-finals. Yes, that stage. And so far the top two teams in this group are the New York Giants and looks like it's a bit of a toss-up otherwise. Be a Grizzly and the New York Giants look like they're going to be the ones to go on. Epic Snail is still not really in the running. It is becoming pretty clear who's going to go.
Yeah, I keep expecting it to slow down.
All right, Blue Worker utilizing the interesting stay in the hive strategy, but now they are going up. That Blue Worker is not doing amazingly down there, but otherwise, we've got Blue down a queen already, Blue being Epic Snail again, and the queens are dancing right there in the corner, and Blue is just really not doing well. This could be a very quick match. They're roughly matched on econ. Snail's still in the center. Blue's not making any progress there, and the blue queen is just having to crown scrape up there at the top. Gold has clearly decided that they can sacrifice someone in case they do that, which means that they won. So that's one for Be a Grizzly.
Yeah, they had like some temporary guard on duty or something like that.
Okay, so Gold pursues an early snail strategy here and loses a queen for their efforts. Meanwhile, Blue has managed to get 2 berries in and is on their 3rd, possibly their 4th if that worker seems really confused. But they're still doing very well. They have, however, lost a queen, so they're matched up there. And right now they're just fighting for that gate over there, and God, that's a very early fight. This is an incredibly aggressive match. It's been maybe a minute, and they've both matched up their queens. So at this point, if they can pull out a military, it actually doesn't matter, because Gold won. So that's 2-0. Be a Grizzly. Just a second.
Okay, so we've moved on to our final stage. And our final stage is Mediocre 64, Full Snail University, Be a Grizzly, Beauty and the Bees, Bees, and the New York Giants. Our first game is between Mediocre 64 on gold, the New York Giants on blue.
It's just going to be as long as as all the rest of the teams play.
Are you sure? It shouldn't be that long.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes. Why didn't you do double elimination?
Oh, I like people to get a lot of chances to play.
Well, but this means only half the people get a chance to play.
To the last match.
Giants wiped the floor.
No, but you guys.
Oh, we won.
Well, you guys won the first. You won 3 games. Which one you guys lost?
No, we won all. We won all our rounds. It was like 2-1 for most.
Yeah, which one did you guys lose? The night map?
Yeah, we lost night map.
The night map to what? Econ?
I'm just not playing well, just not playing smart.
I thought we lost the day map actually, but I don't remember.
Hang on the machine, test it.
I don't know. I think double elimination is better for this
Yeah, maybe you're right.
because it's only half the teams. It's not like you're giving everyone a chance to play. Less than half the teams. Still time to switch to double elimination.
Oh, to switch this to a double elimination?
Yeah.
Can we? I don't think we can
Actually, we probably
do a
can.
second final stage. Oh no, we could do single elimination.
I think we should do it.
But I don't. They're starting to.
We can stop them. They haven't started yet.
Yeah, see, it's like we do this weird thing now.
Okay, then yeah. We'll do round robin.
I mean, should we do that?
I mean, I just feel bad making 2/3 of the teams just watch 1/3 of the teams play for the next hour.
I say we just stick. Let's just go with them. I don't want to change
No, I think yeah.
stream. If we need to change the way we do it next week or the week after that, we can do it.
Okay, so Gold is running a very early econ victory, and Blue's managed to send a worker over there to harass them out a bit. That worker tried to become a soldier but was shut down, and that was a very close save for the Blue Queen, which resulted in them taking all the gates. Might not matter because Gold is running some very tight econ game. They just lost their workers, but they have been doing a very good job running berries. It looks like their workers, one of them fell down. See if they can manage to get that one last berry in. Gold, however, basically has no strategy, so it's not looking all that hard. It's going to be very interesting to see if they can clear their hive. All they have to do is clear it enough for one berry runner to get through. Like that one right there who got through. Okay, Mediocre 64.
Agario, A-G-A-R-I-O. So good.
Okay, night map.
Finally, a sequel.
So Gold is using the patented drifting strategy to get their berries in, which works great until you run out of berries up there. However, Blue has sent substantial military presence down there. They're harassed. They're going to do a pretty decent job of shutting down Gold's econ for the foreseeable future. However, Blue doesn't seem to have really gotten a strategy of their own. It looks like they were trying Snail. They could just end up going for a military victory there if they can manage to harass the Gold Queen long enough while shutting down econ, which it looks like they very well might.
In terms of placing for the final thing, is it only ranking in the final in this winners fight?
Yeah, it's just about getting out of your group. Out of your group,
Blue
everyone
Queen
needs that.
again managed to stay alive long enough to take down the Gold Queen. Gold is not doing great on this night map, although they have managed to put in much more econ. They don't have control of any of the gates. Blue has gone all but full military. They're very close to full military, and they have, however, lost a queen, and Gold managed to get a berry in there, but it's not enough because it's now tied up 1-1. Mediocre and the New York Giants. Mediocre 64 and the New York Giants.
We gotta fight Full Snail University again.
Pretty harsh.
Right.
So next fight.
So Gold once again going econ. Blue looks like it's doing a 3-1 strategy, which means they have one berry in and they managed to take an early kill on the Queen. This could serve them very well. Military has been very strong this meeting, or this 5v5 after a lot of econ. So now we've still got Blue managing to kind of failing to shut down the econ game, but Gold still doesn't have a really substantial economic presence yet. They're putting some effort down there into chasing Blue off of the Snail. They've got a speed worker there who can actually clear that distance pretty quickly, especially because they have a ledge guard up there that's managing to keep down those last 5 berries, which is what Gold would need to win. Gold is getting their first warrior in a while out. Right now, the workers are just trying to outfox the ledge guard, which they're not doing successfully. At least, however, they've managed to stop the Snail. They're pulling that Snail back a little bit.
I think the berry would eventually move because it drops a little when they die. So it'll eventually move.
Blue has made some econ progress. And now Blue's bringing it back over. This is a not super fast match. So far, yeah, I guess we can probably just expect no econ happening on Gold. Blue's given up on their econ. The only real motion here is the Snail, which does not have a rider now. Blue Queen doing a great kill of that Gold warrior, and now they've also killed the Gold Queen down to her last life. Blue Queen, however, lost. She's still 1 up though. So if they can manage to take down Gold and put enough pressure on the Snail to draw that Gold Queen down there, they could win an easily sort of Snail military victory, which is an excellent strategy. especially because they are putting tremendous military pressure on Blue now, or on Gold now, controlling all the gates.
That was dangerous.
Gold's managed to free up its hive, so if they can get those last 3 berries in, but Blue is also only 3 berries away. So it's starting to look like an econ game, especially because the 2 queens are tied up. That Blue worker is trying to bounce their way in. They have done it, but it looks like it's too late because Gold...
All right, Full Snail University on gold, bees, 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 bees on blue. Full Snail on gold, bees, 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 bees on blue. You got it? No, mediocre.
This match we have Bees, 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 Bees on blue and Full Snail University on gold. This is going to be a good match. We have 2 experienced teams.
They've already thrown their hats down.
I'm anticipating Bees, 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 Bees to go full a Sleconomic victory.
Sorry, what was that? It was
a Sleconomic victory.
A little bit of Snail, a little bit of Econ, a little bit of everything? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
We've done all military.
Wow,
so
Gold
we
has
have
some
full-
solid military out right now. And by solid, I mean complete military.
Complete military.
Endless military, if you will.
Gold's got a lot of military out. They're not necessarily hunting out the blue queen, though. Just kind of chilling, you know, just holding it down.
Gold is going to Snail. Look at them down there pushing that Snail.
Interesting.
And I believe their name is Full Snail University,
Full
so
Snail.
they are remaining true to their name. Full Snail, pretty good team. They practice weekly, and they're getting just better and better and better. The usual queen is not here, but there's a fantastic replacement queen playing today, who is usually a really, really, really strong soldier.
It looks like Bees, 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 Bees has yet to realize Full Snail is running Snail.
Oh.
Maybe just now they've become aware. And they're posting up heavy military, guarding that Snail. Are they going to
And
pull
the
it
blue
back?
queen, queens on both sides go down. Blue is on their last queen.
A man with
Bees,
plaid
bees,
shorts
bees,
just
bees,
yelled,
stay
yeah, man,
alive."
that's me. I'm just bringing you the inside commentary here from the NYU Game Center.
Inside baseball, if you will.
Beauty and the Bees tonight. Doing a short commentary.
Guest commentary.
Guest commentary. Beauty and the Bees.
So,
Oh,
okay,
and
so
the
Full Snail
gold queen
is
goes
going to push their
down.
Snail further ahead. While Bees, 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 Bees tries to catch up on Econ. They got a long way to go, and that Snail is not too far from the goal, though, from its cozy little mitt. And right now it's
That
running
ledge
on a
guard is
post. They don't really have any military down there trying to stop.
Oh!
Wow!
And Full
Surprise
Snail
military victory.
lose it. Military
Bees,
victory.
bees, 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 bees.
How many
bees?
bees?
Bees, bees,
One bee?
bees.
2 bee?
5.
Oh,
5
yeah. Shout out to Chris Mukai. Errant member of Beauty and the Beast.
Mukai Grimace is her name.
Okay, Grimace, hello. Glad you're watching. And everybody else
Hello,
watching
Chris.
out there. Hello to everybody.
Okay, this is we're gonna see if these strategies change. We'll see if Full Snail tries to run Snail again on night map. It's likely. It's easier to run Snail on the night map.
And they can get that blue queen tackled all the gates real quick.
Yeah, great.
Although gold queen got center gate. So boom, there we go. Skull's getting in there, getting some military presence going.
Yeah, going for that Schmizzleberry victory.
Something like that.
Oh my god, shout out to Chris's parents. Hey. We love you for making Chris.
There we
Okay,
go.
so-
Come on, clear out that. There we go.
Bees, 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 bees.
Happy
running
birthday
some econ.
to
Happy birthday,
Mrs.
Chris's
Mukai.
mom.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Chris's mom.
Okay. Night man.
Night map. Waterfalls. Purple.
Interesting clouds.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, the background is very nice on here. It makes it easier
Goes up
to
and
play
down.
on because it's so beautiful to look at.
Yes. The stars.
Some nice ledge guarding on
Oh.
by bees, 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 bees,
Back and
bees.
forth dives. Back and forth dives.
Oh wow, that econ is neck and neck. Oh, I just jumped the econ. Jumped the
That
gradient.
girl's mom, if you will, PT280. One of the Beauty and the Bees. She's a great berry runner.
Okay, so it looks like Full Snail's got. What is that? Is that a slight econ lead? No, we're tied up on econ.
PT280 showing
It's
some
just gonna come down
major
to who's
mom.
better at ledge guarding.
Shout out to all the moms out there. Everyone's
Really,
moms.
all the
Every day should
moms.
be Mother's Day if you catch our drift.
Also dads. Dads are alright.
Dads are pretty
Moms
cool.
too. Wow, alright, so back to the game. So
Yeah.
it's pretty close. We got so 4
Okay.
berries left on the blue side, 3 on
Yes,
the gold side, and blue's on their last
Oh,
queen.
Oh,
Okay.
chill, it's her.
Can the blue queen stay alive long enough for them to finish their econ? There's some heavy guards over there.
And they're gonna have to catch up on econ as well.
Oh, okay,
so,
so now it's tied 3 and 3 right now. So both hives are being harassed by soldiers.
yeah, double ledge guard on both hives.
The gold queen, goes down as she tries to clear her hive.
That's all right. They're up on
Little
queens.
more-
That's the
little
first
more
queen
even.
death. So Full Snail's looking good.
Stay conservative, Full Snail. You got this. You got this. Go.
I gotta say, I do not.
Two in.
Oh, 2 in at a time. for
Oh,
Full Snail.
one left on
Leaving
Full
just
Snail. Can
one-
they do it?
one
Can they
spot
bring
to
this to
fill.
3?
Please, you just need to get. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
and the last berry's coming in. That
Last
queen
berry.
fighting it. That
Muscles.
queen bumping it.
Fighting the queen.
Oh,
jumps
and
in,
that queen
and
misses everything.
Oh,
That queen
and
just
we got a sneak
not,
berry.
not great.
That's Full Snail University
All right.
for the win, everybody.
Cute little yellow eyes.
1-1. Going into day map, the teams are looking nervous. Someone's drinking something. Beer, Red Bull, water. Not sure what it is, but
Everyone's
have to
crazy
check that out
Something
later.
potable, definitely.
and excited.
And
It's peaches.
PT280, not sure if New York. Wait, actually, we live in New York. Let's see. New York and Portland have a roster of players who play Queen part time. Well, not particularly.
Not necessarily, but there are a few teams training in new queens tonight.
A lot of the teams are fracturing or wanting to try new things. So we got some queens in training here, and at Chinatown, our practice stage, people try to get new queens there too. And there were a lot of new faces here tonight. So
Yeah, I was gonna say-
part-time queens, full-time queens. We got a lot of queens.
Right off the bat.
Tonight we saw an influx of. We had probably 2 or 3 brand new teams
2 or
tonight.
3 brand new teams. And
Which is
a lot
really
of them
great.
did go home with nothing, but you know what? It's the first time here. A lot of us have had to start from the bottom to get here, if you know what I mean. Shout out to someone who said
Right.
that. Shout out to Drake.
Let's see what we got going on in the game here.
We got some crazy ledge guards happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snail.
On both sides.
Really
Full
hardcore.
Snail, that 2-person ledge guard.
Yeah.
That queen trying to shut it down, and another soldier trying to shut that
And
down.
looks
That's
like
ledge guarding
Full
at first.
Snail is maybe just trying to go full
Oh,
military.
oh,
They're not really running
Too
econ.
fast.
They're not running snail. Yeah, going full military.
Bees, just hanging out.
I know. What is Full Snail doing right now? Their econ is
Ledge guard.
complete.
They're
Oh!
going full military.
The queen goes down.
They lose a queen.
They're trying this full military. Can it work? They've shut down the econ for now.
This has been a kind of an interesting hovering stalemate so far. Although, actually, Bees has a fair number of econ running in. Despite the 2-man ledge guard. 2-person ledge guard, rather.
That speed soldier is still alive. Is that the same one, or did that person go speed again on goal?
You know, I don't know. And now we have a late game snail run.
Late game
happening
snail
here.
push.
Full
Can they
snail.
make it? Is it a speed snail? No, it's looking really slow.
It's a
Looking
regular snail. And
really
a
slow.
Bees, slowly getting more econ, putting numbers on the board. As Pusha T might
Trying to
say.
do a clear, trying to do a clear. The gold queen's like,
Back
nope,
pass.
don't clear in here. Don't clear up in here. Is what she said, I think. All right, nice clear. Oh, that blue, is that Skulls? Skulls killing that. Oh,
Blue's doing great with econ.
all right, Snail moving
That's why
again.
They're trying snail.
Oh, blue's on their last queen. There's a berry in the hive. Can they just grab that real quick? Can I grab? Nope.
That late game
get
snail
it out.
push. Here it goes.
All right, that blue queen needs to stay
Blue,
safe. She's up in her
gonna
hive
go-
right
they're gonna
now.
go for the queen.
Blue
They're going for the queen.
stays
They're
on
going for
that
the
berry.
queen.
Oh!
Okay, we have both queens are on their last lives.
Oh!
Out of
Full snail
nowhere.
And
pulls it
Full
out.
Snail narrowly manages to kill that
Mr.
snail.
Mesh pulls
And
it
they
out with a
stay
military
in this
victory.
championship round robin. All
Great
right.
teams.
Got some streamers coming back, and Beauty and the Bees, which is all of us, are going up.
Bye.
Beauty and the Bees did a little bit of commentary for y'all.
Nice, thank you. All right, so Up next is Bia Grizzly on gold, Beauty and the Bees. No. Beauty and the Bees on blue. Yeah.
Go, Beauty! Alright, Bia Grizzly, get out there.
Go, Beauty. Your time to shine, Beauty. That third game was. We're gonna need to look at the tape on that one. Yeah, that third game. That was a miracle. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think the thing is when NC does that, they just control it. Soldiers control it. Right. You're not chasing. You're just run around the gates, control them, because otherwise if they have one gate, they can control it.
Between tries to get a gate, the soldiers there to fight so far. Like, I was basically chasing them around.
We're still casting? I guess we're still casting. I don't know. Anyways, that's...
So you have to
Queen has gone down right away on the gold side. But the blue queen is living dangerously trying to get all those gates. However, does successfully get all those gates. Now doesn't have them. Now has them. No, doesn't have them. Losing them. Okay, well, the point is that there is an amazing berry runner up there that... Oh, it looks like Abs is sticking again. Yeah. All right. All right, so they're running berries again on gold. And both sides are tied up on Econ and have both sent ledge guards over. It's like an O. Henry story. They both sacrificed their workers so that their soldiers could get over there. So far, the only real advantage is to blue because it's taken out a queen. And it doesn't have that anymore either because they're both evenly matched now. And so the gold queen is in a bit of a dangerous place there, but now has managed to get back up there. He's trying to clear out the hive. He's managed to... looked like he's going to manage to distract that soldier long enough to get a berry in, but it's not happening. And so now blue has a distinct lead on Econ and is at least managed to clear the ground just a little bit. But now they do have a soldier and the queen up there. The blue soldier is almost managing to get that berry hit down. And now Gold's hive is clear. They are free to put in 2 berries. They only get 1 of them in. And now blue is down another queen. And it, however, has to only get 3 more berries in if they could just get that gold soldier. Which they can't. Maybe can't. No, can't. The blue soldier sacrifices themselves to get 1 more berry in as a distraction. There's some great worker bouncing going on there.
Whoa!
That was frankly incredible. Now blue only has to get 1 more berry in. Gold is pulling that snail over, but it's a little bit late in the game for them to be trying that. However, it doesn't look like Blue's noticed it, because otherwise it could pull them down pretty heavily. If Blue can just get 1 more worker in there, oh god, this is so tense. They just did it. All right. That first match then goes to Beauty and the Bees.
I'm gonna go to that one.
I don't actually think that getting that top berry on the top left-hand side is particularly resource efficient. It seems like the really obvious places are in the middle, but the gold workers still did get that, and Gold's managed to get 1 berry in compared to Blue's 4. Blue has a distinct econ lead here. It's Beauty and the Bees. And Gold is building up its military. It's got warrior up there. It looks like they're trying to take the snail. They've put their queen and this warrior and this worker and managed to take all the gates. But Blue's military is holding its own. The blue queen just took down the gold queen, and they also have still got a lot of berries in. They just managed to kick one in and then get another in. So they are 4 away, and the Gold Queen's trying to do a little bit of control over there. Managed to take out a blue worker or blue warrior, and they have absolutely no military on blue. But the Queen is doing a great job of holding down the 4th pair, and I don't know what that gold worker's doing, but they've managed to distract the Queen long enough to get those workers killed. So maybe it was a good move. I don't know. Gold's not really doing great with the economy. And now blue is only 2 berries away. The entire gold military has gone over there and have shut everything down. But just took down the Queen again. They have a clear hive. If they can just get that 1 berry in. There's a berry floating there. They don't manage to get it, but they do have a blue worker coming down. Can they get past that Queen? Well, they fell through, so I don't know. And it's actually really tough to get those warriors who are up there. It just puts the Queen in a very vulnerable position. But they just have to get this 1 berry. If they can do this, then they take it. That is 2-0 for Beauty and the Bees. All right.
What's next?
Bees.
Bees on gold. Mediocre 64 on blue.
I believe in you, Alex. Josh. Yeah, you can also like do this thing. Oh, I can't do that. You can also like squirt yourself.
That was intense. Very intense. Oh, Andre. Yeah. Well, Meaningful Choices decided they wanted to give someone else a chance to win, and they did. Yeah. They may have just given the round robin to Beauty and the Bees.
Okay, so Bees fighting, which has been a moderately successful team, fighting Mediocre 64, which is a pretty successful team by most standards, not a hugely successful team by mediocre standards, but they are doing well. They are down a Queen, however, and they're going to be fighting a ledge guard there. The Queen's hovering up there to try to clear out her hive. Manages to take out 3 warriors in about 3 seconds, which is fantastic, and also lets them get a 4th berry in. So far, they're running a bit of a slow econ strategy. It looks like a 3-1, but compared to the gold side, which seems to be just trying to get its military in rotation, it's doing that, but at what cost? The cost of swarming around the hive a lot and not letting blue get much in. This blue warrior is doing an excellent job. I can't see who that is. Managed to clear out the hive completely. They are now only 5 berries away. That will soon be 4. Nobody's touched the snail. Looks like gold has decided to try to go get on it. But it could be too late because they've left the hive completely unguarded. They can't get any more warriors out. They have that 1, but they are just now building another warrior, and they just lost one of them. So unless they can get a ledge guard up there to take those 2 berries up, with the Queen who's on her last life and is going to have to try to dip down there and keep gate control, they failed. So that's 1 for Mediocre 64.
Sir?
Yeah. Night map.
Yes! No, Wojak, please, no! He splits though, he can't do that. Fucked up, Wojak.
Okay, a little strategizing. Now we're back. Round 2. Looks like gold might be going for a speed snail strategy, but they haven't built up the warrior presence to really maintain it. You should not jump on that snail until you have a strong military presence, because they just lost their worker, but they have a speed warrior who was doing a good job, but now the gold is down a queen. Blue, meanwhile, has managed to already get 6 berries in basically without trying. They have just now got a ledge guard up against them. So we'll see if they send that blue warrior who's spawning right there to clear out the hive. Looks like they're actually going to hover over the snail instead and make sure nobody from gold can get on that. Gold's down to the last queen. Things are not looking good. They have managed to get Blue's military slow, or Blue's econ slowed, but not enough. And now they lose. So that's a 2-0 victory for Mediocre 64. Now we've got Beauty and the Bees up
Beauty
again.
and the Bees on gold, New York Giants on blue. Beauty and the Bees on gold, New York Giants on blue.
So Beauty and the Bees has been having a very good night. New York Giants a decent win. New York Giants, however, lost their first round robin match.
What happened? Oh, they're not letting him in?
Looks like the security guard has claimed another member of this team. Somebody's stuck downstairs again. They're on. We're now gonna have to sub in a queen, which is not ideal. Because seriously, New York security guards are the worst. Like, I think the real winner of this night is the security guard, seriously. I think the answer for next time is that we're going to have to get a bunch of food to go with the booze, so nobody will have to leave, and then we lock the doors, and then we can actually have a straight match. So it looks like we're going to wait a little while, see if Charles can get them to let him upstairs. Alright, it looks like... not sure what's going on. It looks like they started the match subbed, then the queen came back, and it's very confusing. Gold has managed to get an early econ lead, but Blue is doing a snail strategy. Blue also controls all the gates, so Gold could soon be in a position, if Blue could get a ledge guard up there, to not be able to get more econ in. Blue seems like they're just all going to try to jump on the snail as workers. But they've managed to get one more military up, one more military down. Honestly, for a group that has controlled the gates for quite a while now, they have basically no military. They're trying to get on the snail without dislodging that warrior, which is not a great idea. That warrior right there is trying to edge them out, doing a pretty decent job of it if they can just pincer them out there. Yeah, they had a really good bump, but just couldn't make it. Meanwhile, Gold is 3 berries away. And Gold's queen went down because Blue is doing a pretty good job of shutting all of that down. They also have the snail running unimpeded. They've got a warrior up there who got out of position, unfortunately, and that led to their demise. They're evened up on queens now. And now Gold is down to their last queen. They're having real trouble getting that berry in. They cannot build up a military force. Blue is not making a lot of progress on the snail, but they might not have to. All they have to do now is hunt down that blue queen.
No one's looking at that memo.
Okay, well now they're
They have a memo that says people should be let off. But they're
down
just
on
not
their.
like, oh, it's more close at this point.
Blue's still managing to put a ledge guard up there, but they just need one more berry, and Blue has not made any more progress on the snail. Unless they can kill that queen and build up a military, they have absolutely no chance. They need to kick those berries out. They need a military. They've gone almost full military. Not hunting down the queen, though. They're just all trying to get up there, stop the workers from getting in. Gold, meanwhile, seems to have decided they're not getting on that snail, which is maybe a good move. But also means that the queen is got one warrior chasing the queen. And they managed to get that last berry in, and so that is one for Beauty and the Bees. All right, so now New York Giants queen is going to actually come in.
Okay, we're moving on to the night map here. Between Beauty and the Bees on gold and the New York Giants on blue. All right, so New York Giants doing a little bit better this time, but the queen goes down, and there's basically been an open hive this whole time for gold.
Beauty and the Bees is just a very strong team,
They
strong
are.
econ team.
I mean, I think this is Beauty and the Bees tournament. They've been fighting for like first and second place. They usually come in third for most of these tournaments, and I think tonight's the night. They're gonna step
benefiting
it up.
from
to the
meaningful
next level.
choices. I mean, they've stepped it up, but it's also that meaningful choices isn't here. Blue is running that snail pretty well, by the way.
Oh, they are. Look at that. So this
they're-
snail's been moving. Beauty and the
And
Bees
they
is
managed
just
to take out
totally
the queen,
ignoring
so-
it. Maybe until it's too late, actually.
They've
They
got
have no
one
military
soldier,
out.
one worker going there to suicide. Cut another one in the wings, and the queen's down. Takes that out, luckily. And they're trying to pull it back here. Blue hasn't built out enough of a military. But yeah, meaningful choices isn't here. Mediocre 64 is the team that they've really been struggling against.
Yeah, it's true. So there's a lot of shaking up, but they've also been practicing really hard. So I don't know. I think maybe they have it in them to take this.
Well, everybody's just been getting better across the board.
Yeah.
And they've been practicing a lot. Yeah. They also only need 2 berries now, and they have 2 runners going, and they have. They've got it. Yep. Now it's us up.
All right, Be a Grizzly on gold, Full Snail University on blue.
All right. Charles Pratt is now playing the game for Full Snail University. This is Charles Pratt hosting and Charles Pratt co-hosting.
Hi, how are you all doing tonight? We had a great tournament.
Today we are seeing Be a Grizzly on the gold team and Full Snail University on the blue team. They're blue because they're sad.
What do you think is going to happen today, Charles Pratt?
I believe, Charles Pratt, that one of these teams is going to get an extra winning point on their team and another team is going to get a losing point. But what's more interesting is the game of Hearthstone you're co-playing as you co-host.
I was not done with the game yet until casting happened. It'll be over like soon. I'm not worried.
That's delightful. I'm also interested in the opinions of our lovely viewers. How are you doing, you beautiful 7U? I hope you are enjoying this joyous game of 5v5 Fridays Killer Queen.
Indeed.
Alright, everybody has hit the start button, and they are now engaged in play mode.
Yes, they are.
All right, the dive happens. We got
And we
two
have two
gold berries hopping up. One's grabbing speed, the other one's putting it in the econ hole.
It looks like Blue wants to go econ pretty heavily, but they're being snuffed out by the two warriors on gold.
Indeed, it appears that Blue Queen decided to head up to the hive to start edge guarding immediately, which is an interesting strategy.
It really is. It's not really seen much in play, and it's clearly cost her.
As that's going on, however, it is still 1-1, which makes the numbers relatively even. And it did slow down the blue econ rush at the beginning.
Yes,
which
it
does
did.
give gold an econ lead, but it's only an econ lead of 1. Neither seem to be really pushing econ
At the moment,
this
though, they're
point.
full military. There's no...
Yeah, they are rushing the swords right now.
They
This is
really
getting
are.
intense, which
It's-
I guess makes some sense because right now, Be a Grizzly is 3/5 meaningful choices, the best team in New York City right now.
Yes,
right
it
next to
is.
Bees, which Charles Pratt might be playing on. And
Yes.
Charles Pratt might also be playing on. There are many Charles Pratts in this world. Professor of New York University. And with that, Blue has managed to pull a win, led by, once again, Charles Pratt of New York University's Game Center.
Indeed.
That joke will not get old.
It really won't.
I'm actually Alexander Bevier.
I'm actually Jen Alloway.
Don't tell anyone except your Twitter.
Yep.
Tweet this. Let the world know what we secretly are. At 5v5 Fridays in New York Killer Queen's lovely Twitter page at KQNYC. 5 letters. You can remember that. It's like half the alphabet. So now we're at the night map. And with this,
Indeed.
we already have 2 on blue, 1 on gold,
And a queen kill. Two
and a
queen
queen
kills.
on both sides.
It's really early.
This
I
is
feel like the
getting
game
intense.
just started.
The game did just start.
You know?
That's because it did. In this rousing game, no one is touching Snail. The Snail's looking quite lonely despite being a god. But right now we have 2 gold warriors playing the edge, and we have 1 blue warrior playing the edge.
Yes, we
Not
do.
on the same side, because that would be ridiculous. But they are fighting it. Blue has managed to get 5 berries inside. That's full Snail University's side. However, they cannot handle the rush of Be a Grizzly's military power with a military victory. Led by Brian Kang's lovely queen. It's quite a lovely queen. It looks like every other queen, but it's a little lovelier.
It's a little special.
On the
Oh, and look
inside.
at them. They're kissing the camera. They're showing us love.
They know how to do things.
They're having fun.
Full Snail University is a party school. If only any of those people did that. I'll make sure Charles knows that they want him to untuck his shirt. I can't blame you. I mean, he looks good both tucked and untucked. But when you
know.
untuck the shirt, you miss that majestic belt buckle.
Anyways, now that we're
Let's
done.
talk about the game now,
Game.
shall we? There are 4 berries in blue, 1 berry in gold, 2 berries in
And there's
gold.
some really great ledge guarding going on by gold.
And there's some delightful military going on. We got 3 gold militaries, meaning that there's only 1 gold bear running econ. However,
Blue is now sneaking a snail very
we
stealthily.
have blue doing a lot of bear work,
Exactly.
barely holding on to 1 pit,
That was a
1
horrible
Iron
pun.
Maiden. What pun did I make?
Barely holding on.
I did not notice that.
No, so. But they're really getting squeezed on econ because gold has some fantastic ledge
Well,
guards.
right now, econ
double
is
teaming.
actually equal, so it seems almost like this 3-to-1 strategy is working. But Blues managed to catch up on Warriors, which means that it's going to be much harder for Gold to get in, which explains why Gold has only 1 life left. Brian's known for being an aggressive queen, which means that this might get him into some trouble.
Exactly. He's one of the best at hovering, which, as you all know, is a very exhausting thing to do. And there's going to be a point where he's going to lose energy in this game.
However, after the rush of the Kickstarter tournament, we're all playing a little riskier because we can just sort of have fun with this game once again. Ooh, toasty. I like that. I don't remember why you said that. And we can get Brian to show his nips. He's showed me them. They are majestic.
We really don't need to sexually harass Brian, though, so we're not going to do that.
And Brian has not actually shown me his nips. Although, if we asked, he might. He's kind of cool. Blue currently has a berry lead, and one was almost a kick-in right there.
But it got picked
However,
up by
Abs
a...
managed to get that in.
Way
We
to go,
call
Abs.
that the Abs insert.
What? No,
The Abs insert.
you're silly. Anyways, we go to Blue. Blue's getting all their econ in despite the massive ledge guarding going on by Gold.
However, Gold has decided to go full military to try to clean things out.
And
Gold's
it's not
queen
yet
is
working.
not yet challenged, despite the fact that Blue has a pretty good hold on that one gate.
Right.
And with that hold, it could be that the other teams will be strong enough to manage to hold on to that until Blue manages to get a good military lead and keep getting berries into those delightful berry chambers known as honeycombs.
Indeed.